and welcome to the Nexus. Today we're going to be doing our Batmobile Cutaway movie book version. Let's have a look. Okay, so if you didn't see, I went to Collectomania recently and A1 had a stall up there and they had the movie volume, or volume 1, and then they also had this one. So the first volume is on the TV series. The second volume, which is this one, is on the movie cars. So all the movie Batmobile cars and vehicles that were in the movies are represented in this book. We also get a nice 89 Batmobile just there, and we'll talk about it in just a minute. So let's take a look. Okay, so if you've seen the first video, so we done volume 1, which is based on the 66 Batmobile TV show, and gives you all the information on the Batmobiles and all the vehicles that were in it. This one here, if you haven't, go and check it out. It is on our YouTube channel. But this is volume 1, as you can see right here. And volume 2 is this one. And this is the special edition version. So they do the normal book version, but the special edition version came with this. Now, I did pick it up, like I said, at A1 Comics. They had a store at Collectomania, and I picked this one up, and volume 1 as well, at a really, really good price. Check out their website, and if you want one, it should be on their website, or otherwise, just give them a message, see if they've got any in stock, and you can get your own one. Or subsequently, if you're at any Comic-Con, they normally have a stall, and see if they've got one on sale. They had both of them on sale, and I couldn't leave them. I had to grab them. This goes really well for the Hachette tumbler that we're currently building, and they also tested recently the 89 Batmobile, which we've got a figure in here, so that would also go really well with this book as well. Once again, it's by Eagle Moss Hero Collector, so there's a high possibility that you will never be able to get this again, but you'll probably be able to pick up the book as well. So there's the back. Once again, it's the cutaway. We're going through all the vehicles, and we get a really nice representation of the 89 Batmobile, though it says the 2008 Batmobile just there. And we're covering the 1989 and all the movies up to 2012 on this book. So let's open it up and take a little look. Okay, so this is what it looks like outside of the box. And the book is here. It's a paper cover one like we did before. It's really nice. And we'll come on to that. We'll do a full review. Let's have a little look at the model that we get. So this is the 89 Batmobile, which we're hopefully going to do at some point from Hachette. And that will be really, really interesting. We also get another little really nice figure there of Batman with it. And it's really, really nice. Get some barrels there. Once again, you have that sort of 3D picture at the back, so it moves around as you take a look. But I'm trying to show you without too much. Hang on a second. I don't know how well that's coming across, but it looks really nice. Really, really nice. Let's turn that back on. So yeah, let us know what you think of the model. It says the Batman movie, that's what it was. And there's the back there and the front, which is really cool. So we're going to put this aside, and what we've come to have a look at is the book. So once again, this is the movie vehicles from 1989 to 2012. So this covers up from the Batman movie right up to the Dark Knight Rises. I do believe that's what it is, the last one, if I remember rightly. So here we go. We get some special mentions there. So here we go. So once again, we get the concept on what they wanted, and then what they actually got. Loads of little gadgets that happened in the movie as well, and a really nice cutaway. Obviously, everyone remembers the bulletproof armor that it did. It was one of the most iconic scenes of the whole movie, actually. You can also see as well it has these sort of cannons that come up at the sides. We also got the high vehicle. It says high velocity. Yeah, so they sort of slow the car down, I believe. And then you've got the grappling hook there, which I think he fires to go around a corner. I might be mistaken. It's also worth noting that there's a double wheel here. There's double wheels at the back and double wheels at the front. That will come in just a moment. Yeah, and we'll have a little look at that. We also get a back section. Once again, it is a cutaway. You can see the chairs there, the steering wheel. Then we get the stats. I love the little bits that labels out everything. But this was something. Now, I haven't seen the movie for ages. I have gone back and watched it. We've got the vehicle jettison system. So basically, it jettisons all the panels on the side. The wheels sort of fold round so they double up like this. And it becomes the Bat Missile, which actually appeared in the movie. So, yeah, it's got this configuration on it, which I think is quite cool, which turns it into the Bat Missile. Then we come on to the, I think this is like the hydro sort of plane boat thing. I remember Batman using it. It sort of skims along the water, doesn't it? And there it is there. We've got a nice cutaway. So it's sort of the hydrofoils. It sort of tells you what it does. We've got all the armaments as well. So the rockets on here, the canopy, automatic ejection hatches as well. Once again, we get a nice back view. So we get a front view and a back view of all these vehicles, and then all the stats here. And then it's the now they did. I think when they done the 1992 Batman for Batman Returns, I think they redesigned the Batmobile slightly. So this is the 1992 version. There were some slight changes made to the vehicle. I think the fins were slightly smaller. I'm not too sure if it came in more, but there was a slight redesign on it. It's got very similar bits. It's still got the cannons on it, the jets. It's also got the you got a front suspension coil system here. But what I have noticed is that the wheels aren't doubled on this version. At least you can't see it through this sections here. We've got reinforced tyres as well, which have this sort of like grip on them. You can see that grip there actually. But yeah, you can't see the double wheel configuration here as well. But once again, you get like the afterburner as well, the jet engine at the back. You've got the turbojet engine at the front as well. And then we come on to this one. Now, I have mentioned this in the past about maybe this coming out as a part work, because I thought it would actually look really nice, because you have this sort of rib cage effect with the lights bleeding through. So this was Batman Forever, 1995's car. Another unique feature had these 368 wheels that sort of that had sort of four-wheel steering on it, but I think they could actually swivel 360 degrees. I think, I'm not entirely sure on that, but you can definitely see it. It sort of was able to do this. Then we get another view on the back section here that had these ginormous fins on the back as well. What was also good as well is that it could direct the afterburn, meaning it could actually jump quite well as well, which it did in the movie. But there's the cockpit. The cockpit was sort of a purple colour as well. I didn't really notice that before. But the wheels light up. The wheels were sort of like a deep silver when they lit up in the middle, and it also lit up down the ribcage section. I just thought it would look quite good as a part work. Then we come on to his speedboat that he used. It has this sort of armoured effect. I think it actually could turn into a plane. I'm not. The Batwing was inside it. I think it sort of transformed into the Batwing. It has this sort of massive sail on it, which is cool. And then you've got the battle armaments here. A rotating weapons carrier as well. Then you've got the thruster along the back, which is cool. Then we got the Batman and Robin car. So this was from 1997. Once again, it changed again. But once again, it went for this blue lighting design, which all ran down the front and the back. It had these super chrome tyres on it as well. But once again, you get a really nice cutaway of the car, which is cool. So you can sort of see here the multi-fuel turbined engine is what it says there. And then you have this cutting blade along the front, which is cool. Lots of chrome on this one. We have the exhaust here. And this was, I think this was one of the only cars that didn't have like an afterburner. It had these exhausts on it instead. It didn't have an afterburner. In fact, I can't even find an afterburner on it. Which is cool. And then you have the stats there. We've also got the Bat bike, or the Robin, the Red Robin, I should say. This is Robin's bike that was briefly seen. And it has sort of armaments. You can sort of see as well. It's got the automatic speed gearbox there as well, which is cool. All cutaway, which is brilliant. Then we get a nice little back view here of the bike as well. And then we come on to the Beast, which I always like to call it, and it's sitting right here actually, which is the Tumbler. So we're currently building this through Hachette. Once again, I got this because it would go very well with the Tumbler that we're building, and gives you a kind of look of what it is and what bits we're building. And it also gives you a good look of inside and what it's supposed to look like inside. So it has this sort of turbine, rotation, hydraulic airfoils on the back, emergency exhaust things as well. It has a double mode. I think it has an engine mode, but also an electric mode that you can switch to. Then we get the back section here, so you can really see into the cockpit, and you can also see the opening there on where he slides into to have a better firing position. Then we come on to the Bat pod. So the Bat pod was part of the Tumbler sort of ejection system on it. So this was it here. So obviously once the Tumbler became critically damaged, it self-destructed and the Bat pod ejected from it. So it has the wheels from the Tumbler here, which we saw. It also has this unique ability where the wheels can rotate 360 degrees like this, and we see it go up a wall to turn around, and we see it sort of switch direction really quickly and sort of slide through, the wheels sort of tumbling around. It's really cool actually. And these were also already on the Tumbler. This was all part of the Tumbler. And both the front and back wheels of the back pod are basically the front of the Tumbler, and it sort of breaks off and sort of folds round, which is really cool. And then we get, like I said, we get a nice cutaway view here, and it gives you the lowdowns and stuff like that. Here we've got a heads up display as well, which is cool. And then we come on to the battle tank version. So when Bane took he got into the vault and took basically the other tumblers that were there, and if you remember rightly, the Tumbler was originally built as a military support vehicle, but actually Warren Fox, or what, not I shouldn't, Lucius Fox, just to say, sorry about that. Lucius Fox actually had quite a few different ones, and this was one of them. It had this sort of huge cannon on the top. And this is the version. So you sort of see the sort of minigun that's on the top here, sort of like a mini cannon really, that sits on the top. It has a load of armaments because it's obviously a military vehicle. And then we get a nice back view as well, once again, of the engines, shock absorbers, going up to the cage section, up to here. And then we get the targeting system there. And then also as well, in the Dark Knight Rises, we get the bat. I don't know what is it. Is it the flying bat? Is that what they call it, or the helicopter thing? It was weird. It was sort of an inverted helicopter. I love the design of it, by the way. So there it is there. So it's sort of like a helicopter in the way that the blade is underneath it instead of on top. And it also has these high-powered jet engines as well as obviously being Batman, a lot of firepower as well. There it is there. We've got some really nice views of it. And I always thought it was one propeller underneath, but actually it's a dual one. And they rotate at different angle. And that's really, really cool actually. But yeah, we got that in here as well. And that brings us to the end. So let us know what you think. Remember to get yourself over to A1 if you'd like one of these, because I've not seen them anywhere else. I've seen the book out places, but I've never seen it with the special edition car. When I saw it at Collectomania, I had to pick it up. Like I said, there is a link at the bottom of the description for A1 Comics, or you can just type in A1 Comics on Google, get yourself over there, have a little look. They might be on the website. If they're not, give them a little call, see what they a ring or an email to see if they can sort you out one. But let us know in the comments what you think. Thank you for watching, and as always guys, we'll see you at the next video. So take it easy, we'll see you then.